Hey everyone, my name is Sheena. I'm here to give you a little bit of information on this 7-day breath revival journey. So the 7-day breath revival journey comes from the inspiration of moving forward, of stepping out, of getting past and beyond the old patterns of stagnation or maybe repetition that we might experience. So this journey is based on the yogic practices of pranayama. And if you're new to pranayama, pranayama is defined as the movement of prana, energy, but also how that correlates to our use of the breath. So the most advanced pranayama or breathing technique is very, very simple. It's just this quiet awareness of breath and really being with the breath. Where does it go? How does it move? And particularly how each and every breath offers this whole new experience, a full cycle of inhale or life, and a full cycle of exhale or mini death. And what we'll be doing through this journey is actually stepping away from that most refined observance of breath and coming back to it as we play with these super energizing, invigorating, and transformative, alchemizing breathing techniques. So when I say alchemizing, what I mean is how we take one substance and through this heat of effort and this play of prana or energy, we transmute or transform that quality into something else. And this is one of the main happenings in the yoga practice. It's like this continuous flow of alchemy. We start with something and then we move it into something else. And it's all this beautiful orchestrative dance. So if we look at these cycles of breath, the inhale and the exhale, we can see that the inhale and the exhale is like mirrored in these larger cycles of life. So the inhalation can be related to the spring season and the summer season. And the spring is like when the ground starts to thaw and whatever new seeds that we're planting are nourished by the warming of the soil and the sun. And it's something of the new. It's like this cycle of this new life coming forward. And as the summer progresses, there's this growing of that newness into form. It's like, wow, watching the mystery of those seeds fully blossom. And towards the end of the summer is that big, expansive blossoming. So this 7-day journey is really focused on both that huge life cycle of the breath where we're really activating something, we're moving something forward, something's growing, something's changing, something's transforming. But then the last day of our 7-day journey, we have a little exploration into a meditation after we've done all of this big breathing cycle. And that exploration is likened to the cycles of fall and winter. So in fall, as the leaves are changing, everything is kind of passing away. Everything is dropping. That effort is releasing. It's returning back to the soil. And then as the ground freezes in winter, there's this reflective stillness. It's like we're going all the way in to connect to the very quietest source inside. And these two cycles of fully living and fully letting go are meant to work in symbiosis with one another. So during this practice, as I said before, the energy we'll be focusing on is kind of like that energy of getting out of a rut. Like if you've been in something for a little while, it's meant to stir things up. It's quite active, and each day you'll receive a video that's 20 to 30 minutes long, the first 6 days. And then the 7th day, we'll go through a big pranayama practice, followed by that sweet little meditation at the end, representing the let go or the death cycle. And that longer practice is meant to really shake things up, open your entire energy body, open the pranic body, and have this beautiful experience and dance of physicality and energy in orchestration together. So, before we dive into this week, if you'd like to continue on with me, I have a few invitations for you, a few things you could touch into. If you like, you could grab a journal or just close down your eyes. And as you move inward, as you close down your eyes, just check out the state of your inner body. You're just checking in, like, how do you feel? What's going on in there? Is the mind quiet? Is it loud? And when you're ready now, breathe in through your nose and breathe in so deeply, just like letting your breath run wild and free in your body. Like as deep and as full as you like. And then exhale and continue breathing deeply this way. But this time, as you inhale and your breath is free to expand and run wild, see if you can just take in a little bit more, just a little past that boundary. And a full breath out. And take a few more breaths like this. Find this movement, this exploration in the back of your lungs, the sides of your lungs, how your belly fills. And then exhale fully and completely. And then just let your breath return back to this natural rhythm. And as you move inward, just notice, has the state of your inner body changed? And that is so simply the experience of alchemy. We have one way, and then we move a little energy, and it moves into something else. Now, inside of you, or journaling, let's move through a little meditation, a journey through time. And it can be helpful just to let go of your head a little bit. Bring your chin into your chest. Let your head sway side to side. Maybe give yourself a little wiggle wherever you are. So if you get a little serious, like I do, then bring yourself into maybe more of a goofy body. Just let your body get kind of squishy. And see if you can travel, move back in time, and move back to a time in your childhood where you felt so connected to like that sense of wonder. You know how little kids sometimes just say exactly what they're thinking? How little kids will, call adults out on things, and it's the best. How you moved in nature, how you played, how you see if you can find that connection to you as a young child. And begin to breathe that or bring it into your body. Begin to play with using your breath as an instrument of invitation so that frequency begins to breathe into your flesh. Maybe your belly gets really soft. If you're used to holding your belly in, try to breathe like you did when you were a kid. So, at any point in time in these next 7 days together, if you find that you're coming to your mat to practice, to fix something or to heal something or to be better or to be serious, I invite you instead to remember this version of you. How fun was that? Wasn't that so much fun? And as we go through these exercises that can be a little bit intense and really moving and stimulating, to bring this young version of you in, to move like this younger, innocent and playful version of you. You just throw all the seriousness out of the window. And now, if you like, you could travel again through time. Just use your imagination. And you travel sometime into the future. Maybe imagine yourself as like an old man or old lady, old person. And so much perhaps has fallen away. Maybe your body doesn't have the same mobility as it does now in that very old age, but see if you can feel like your spirit or your essence in that old age. It might be like some things that seem so serious and that are that we worry about are just gone. That close to the transition phase, when you're close to death. As an old person with more wisdom, you know more. See if you can feel that you and begin to experience that in felt sense with your breath. Maybe in the future, when you're older, you have more physical manifestations of limitation. So I also love to invite you to bring this version of you in throughout these next days together. And, you know, for me, sometimes I get a little whiny or I get a little lazy, but if I imagine this really old version of myself, it's just like, you get over it, you know? Your body, for however it does work right now, however much energy you have right now, and what vitality you have, that is so fun to get to use. And it may not be there forever. So through this time, you could invite both this young and sweet, innocent, playful you, and also this wise and intelligent and older version of you back to be with you now. This much broader perspective of the entirety of your life, and see if you can invite that in to these little morning practices. Before we close our time, I just want to give you a little bit more information. And because of the nature of these practices, that they're more active and heating and stimulating, there's a few precautions and maybe a few contraindications. So for sure, if you're pregnant, this may not be the breathing practice for you. If you have any heart conditions or high or low blood pressure, if you've had any kind of surgery in the last little while, you just want to check with a healthcare provider and see if that aligns or attunes with you, if it's safe for you to do. So I hope you guys will join me. This whole breathing series came about from a time when I was really stuck. Like I was really stuck in my ego and myself, and there was just something inside me that was moving like, oh, get over it, girl. And it was really spontaneous. These movements and these practices started coming from this just like deeper place inside that was like, it's time to move on from this way of thinking. And it was somewhat wild. It was like this wild exploration. So I really know that you have that in you as well, that like fire burning to just get over it. And we can do that together. I'm really happy to join you in that. So thanks for watching this video, you guys. And yeah, I hope to see you in this journey. The wholeness that I am bows forever to the wholeness that you are. Namaste.